You called 10 law firms to ask them legal questions about your particular matter. Nobody's calling you back. Now, finally, somebody calls you back. Do you immediately hire that law firm just because they were the first ones to call you back? You want to know the answer? Come join me as I share with you some great information. Hi, I'm Jerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law in the state of New York. Today I'm coming to you from gorgeous, sunny Sanibel Island, Florida. My wife is still on the beach picking shells, and I've got a few moments to share this great information with you. So now you should know that different law firms have different policies about callbacks. You can call 10 different law firms. Some of them will have a policy to immediately call back the person who's calling. Why? Because they don't want to let you get away. Other ones turn around and say, listen, we acknowledged your call. We will call you back as soon as we are free and have the available time in which to call you back, usually within 24 hours. The mere fact that a law firm calls you back immediately, does that mean they're the right ones for you? No, it doesn't. It simply means that that's their policy. They want to go ahead and answer your questions right away. Well, what about the other cases that they're working on? The attorney you're talking to clearly was busy doing something else at the time you called. So what happens to that person's matter? So now they've disrupted what they were doing on that other case to go ahead and talk to you. Well, I find that the best law firms in New York are ones who actually schedule your phone calls. In other words, you call up a law firm seeking to speak to an attorney. You want legal answers to your questions. And now you want to speak to somebody who's experienced and knowledgeable about your particular type of matter. So, does that mean that every time you call an attorney's office, they're going to drop exactly what they're doing? The best attorneys, in my experience, are ones who turn around and say, listen, the attorneys are busy doing other things. If you schedule a time for your phone call later on today or tomorrow, we'll be happy to have the attorney speak to you at a time that's convenient both for you and for them. And those are the attorneys and those firms are the ones who pay closest attention, in my opinion, to the injured victim, to somebody who's calling, somebody who's concerned. So let's say you do decide to hire a law firm, right, who now you call their office and they immediately get on the phone with you. Well, what happens when the next person calls and that attorney was working on your case? Well, now your case gets put off until the attorney finishes that conversation. And what happens if they get interrupted again? And this cycle repeats itself. But if you have a system in place where now the attorney and the law firm set up a schedule, so now you can go ahead and do your activities while they're busy doing theirs. And now the next day or later on that day, they can call you at a time that's good for both of you. I find that to be the best solution. So why do I share this quick insight with you? I share it with you just to give you a perspective of what goes on when you call an attorney's office in New York to speak to an attorney to get your questions answered right away. You know, I recognize you've got questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter did happen in New York and you've got legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. Maybe my secretary will be out and I'll be the one to pick up the phone and answer the call, but for the most part, you will find that the best trial attorneys in New York are ones who have secretaries who take your information, schedule a call with you, and then spend sufficient time with you to answer your specific questions. You know, you can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Jerry, G-E-R-R-Y, at oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Jerry Oginski. Have a wonderful day.